Hi, good evening, guys. It has been a grind of a day. So, I've been working on a super secret project with Greg for part of the day. We'll get more on that as we get results. As you've seen, Greg's already posted the dash for the 2017 GSX-R 1000, 2017 to present. So, that's a little hint. Let's see, shop update. Keyless's bike is on the dyno. I replaced the modded fuel pump housing and fuel filter because it was causing issues with the air fuel, which I didn't like, which was part of the power loss. So just re-ironing out the tune with a new OEM housing and OEM fuel line, and that can go home. I got to put fairings on it. He also has a cracked clutch cover, or sprocket cover. It's common. It happens. He needs a slave support. Let's see. Eric is coming tomorrow to pick up his bike. Chris Charles is up there for the sprocket change and the tire is off, so I can take it to Longshore and get the hookup mounted. There's a small list of odds and ends that need to be done to that, and that can go home. Let's see, I haven't worked on really anything else. I'm about to give up on the fuel pump on that and order another one. I've been doing that a lot on parts lately. Jet kit still hasn't shown up for that. USPS sucks. When it comes, that'll be easy knockout. Parts are still, well, they should have arrived at their destination for that one. And Avery, I still haven't heard from Avery. I'm going to message him in the morning and ask him what's going on with that exhaust, because if he doesn't come over with it soon, I'm not going to be able to get this done in time. It's a really simple build. I just need the damn exhaust. Let's see. Colorado bike. That's where all the updates are today. I worked on Selfish for a while. I got Eric's ready for him to pick up, but primarily I've been working on this work art. Now, it looks ugly because there's no fairings, but keep in mind shape. So, okay, you got a lot of clutter, but it's shaped and tucked where it should be. So we've got the relay for the Max tucked and hidden. You'll never see it. The igniter tucked and hidden. You'll never see it. The Max ECU mounted up, trimmed the sub undertail for it. Max is 100% installed. I still have to fix the wiring for his regulator and his taillight. The regulator will be done before the dyno. The taillight won't be done until he brings me the new Hot Bodies undertail and the fairing kit. Gonna get some button head bolts to change out for these on the swing arms so they're a little nicer and stainless. Those are stainless, but they're big and bulky. Let's see. We got the plenum on. The turbo kit is 100% installed. The fuel system is 100% installed. Max ECU is 100% installed. The only thing we're lacking is, you can see a plug up in there chilling. We're lacking the oil pressure sensor. So he, normally when Motorhead orders a kit, and it's typically a stock dash, which this was supposed to be a stock dash, he builds his own oil pressure relocator because he keeps the stock switch so you still have a dum-dum light. This bike has a digital dash. It uses the ECU to turn on the dum-dum light, so it doesn't need that switch. So we're going to go ahead and get the relocator kit from Greg. That was just a miscommunication, not a mistake on anyone's part, just miscommunicated. And I will be able to put fire in these pipes. The wastegate is currently just plumbed as gate. I need to build a small bracket, and I'm going to mount this Mac valve right here. It is a single Mac valve boost control to the dome. So I will tee off of this reference line right there. I will take and run a 90 there, down to here, and this will be pulse width modulated to control the boost. We're going to see how well that works. I have not run that setup before, but it is common to use. Another experiment on this bike, and it is an experiment. We're going to try and use the FMU that came with the Stage 2 kit from RCC. It is mounted in a way which makes it very simple for me to just take the clamps off, swap this out, make a quick bracket, and put a 1-to-1 on here. So, if it doesn't work, I'll put a 1-to-1 regulator on it and I'll sell the FMU. Not a big deal. If it does work, we're awesome. So my theory on that, I use live fuel pressure tracking because it allows it to chase the injector data, right? This is on ID 1050s, which are very accurately documented in the Max ECU. So, in theory, it should track the fuel pressure, which should track the injector flow data, which should result in no changes to the VE, in theory. So technically, if I throw one of our Gen 1 tunes for a simple turbo in here, it should be really, really close. And then just iron out the last bits. But that's all theoretical, and we're going to test that theory. If that works, sweet. That means the RCC Stage 2 kit will need nothing at all except the plug and play thrown on it. If it doesn't, it means you're going to have to get a 1-to-1 regulator instead of the FMU with the RCC kit, which isn't a big deal, but I want to see if it works. I'm really curious if it's going to work. So, let's see. That's about all I got. I need to put an oil pressure sensor on. I need to hook up the wastegate. I have a radiator hose to put on once I get that bracket made. I want to get the bracket made first so the hose isn't in my way. And put the gas tank on fire and the pipes. The bike does key on. However, I just hooked up the fuel pump, and I'm not going to key it on with a fuel pump hooked up. I turned it on just long enough to hear the fuel pump hum. That's as far as I'm going to go. I don't want to run that thing dry. I still don't know what's with the fishies. He messaged me. Hold on. Some stickers that Megan gave him from a dentist appointment. Cool. Well, I polished around them. So I went ahead and polished up the plenum. Now there's a billion fingerprints on it again. But it is polished. But yeah. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. For now, he has a rolling anti-lag plug. He ordered the harness set up for rolling anti-lag. So all this needs to do is plug into a button. The problem is he currently does not have a button. Normally we would do it on like the flash pass or a mode button. He does not have that. But what he does have is a quick shifter currently and the bike wired for an air shifter in the future, so he can choose either or. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the horn button for rolling anti-lag for now. I'll just change the input assignment, and then he can order another control set with the button, send it to me or Greg, and we will wire it up for the rolling anti-lag, and all he'll have to do is change the control set and plug that wire in, and I can send him a tune revision that'll turn on the air shifter on the horn and the rolling anti-lag on the flash pass. I don't think he's going to use rolling anti-lag. I really don't. I don't see this bike ever roll racing. It's too bloody long. He's going to use two-step more than anything because he's going to find out really quick that he's probably going to want to put like an MTC Gen 2 clutch in this because hand clutch at that power level is tricky. Hand clutching a turbo is tricky. If you can do it, all the power to you. I've done it. It's hard. I've had a customer ride a bike because I sucked at it just to get me an ET. It is very difficult to get a high enough RPM to get boost and hand clutch. It is much easier to two-step, pull timing, add fuel, burn it in the exhaust, spin that turbo up, and then throw the motherfucker, which is what this one does. So there's room to grow into that in the future. I do need to get a clutch switch on this. He has his clutch switch bypassed. Not going to fly because it's going to stay in two-step all the time. Probably, honestly, going to give it back to him with no two-step turned on. Two-step is not going to be beneficial for him at the track. I will teach him how to turn it on, but with a hand clutch, two-step slows you down. It makes you pop and bang while you're trying to slide, and it just doesn't work very well. So, it can work, just tricky, again. But that's where we're at for the day. I'm going to go home, get a shower, pluck this one white whisker. Nope, missed it. Got it. Damn, I'm getting old. That thing's white. Anyway, pluck that one white whisker, and I'm going to go home, shower. I'm going to swing by the Shell, get some hot wings, and Tuesday I have orientation for the racetrack gas station. Now, you might ask, why am I going to work at the racetrack gas station when I have a full shop? Benefits. I'm going to pick up 4 hours a day, 5 days a week-ish. Part-time hours. I told him I don't want any more than 20. Why? Because 20 is the minimum to get dental, vision, and health. I need insurance. So I can go get these fixed, these checked, this checked, everything checked. Because I ain't young no more. Have a beautiful day, guys.